Hey everyone, I just came across an article that Jesse Singal posted to his Substack, and it's really interesting. It's a breakdown of 7 studies that are used to argue that ritual gender cutting prevents suicide. And it's kind of an interesting read because Jesse doesn't think that gender clinics should necessarily be closed down. So he's definitely more towards the TRA side than most people I listen to, but he also does seem to have a very good grasp of these studies. So I think he's definitely a voice worth considering. And I'm currently in the process of doing a response video to Vosh's debate around are trans women women, which I think highlights how tenuous and shitty their argument is. But that's going to take a little while because I'm taking my time and trying to appeal to a broader audience or even consider an audience, which I don't normally do or often don't do. So that's going to take a little while. So I thought I'd just make a quick video about the Singal article and also say that I think that the reason that TRAs need to misrepresent trans murders and suicides is because, as much as they might deny it, they are still using the John Money playbook. And the reason that John Money was allowed to carry out cosmetic operations on the genitals of visibly intersex children, despite them being incapable of consenting to such operations, is because the genitals of visibly intersex children were considered already ruined. One of John Money's fundamental assumptions was thinking that it was progressive and kind to think that certain people are basically as good as dead, to the point where there's no way that a doctor could make things worse. Modern day TRAs do the same thing with trans murders and suicides. Once again, they argue these children are basically dead already, so why don't you let us get in there with the chemical castration and tit saws and see if we can't spruce things up a bit. It started out as the gentrification of people with intersex or differences of sexual development, and all the modern trans movement has done is expand the number of people being gentrified to include large numbers of autistic and or homosexual people.
Peter, richest, creamiest fat in the world, fat of the land.
15 years ago, you could be a trans medicalist and be like the fucking cool trans activist, the big woke progressive type person, you know?